Buying stuff, buying stuff. These last lessons are about buying stuff and estimating. Estimating is quite possibly the most useful mathematical skill to have in life. Yeah, you might not get the perfect answer every time, but so often when you're just thinking about real life problems of budgeting and say how much money do I have to go to the store and buy, it's not like you're breaking down every cent of every item you have with your budget, but you're in the ballpark to where you know at the end of any trip, at the end of every month or year, you're going to be about where you need to be. And so estimation is a skill I want to make sure you get some great opportunity to practice a little bit, and these problems are kind of fun. And so I am excited to go through this with you. Notice these are multiple choice problems. And it's just simply going to be stating, hey, we're going to give you a scenario, and you're going to say what you think is the likely outcome. Now, these are technically problems you had way back in Integrated 1, for those of you who've been with us for all 3 years of math. And so let's just talk about it. All right, determine whether the event is impossible, so 0 chance, unlikely, so close to 0 chance, equally likely, which doesn't just mean half and half, but means very close to half and half. Likely, so greater than half, or certain, so 100% will happen every time. All right, number one's an interesting one for Oxla because normally homework is something that we really don't have. But just like we had before, where every other state basically has sales tax except for us and one other, we 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 don't have homework, but everybody else does. It's one of the brilliant choices of choosing Ox. Of course, right now, like everything's homework because you're all home. But here we go. Assigned homework during an entire month. That is straight up certain. An entire month, no other high schooler or any schooler of any length can go a whole month without having something to do at home. But at Oxley, dare I say that's possible? And it's funny because if you've spent your whole high school career at Oxley, you might think, wait a minute, it's impossible or it's unlikely. Well, we're going to come down back to earth and answer this for everyone else. It's certain. All right, one of two equally matched teams will win a game of baseball. Equally matched is the key word here. So they're exactly the same skill, exactly the same record, which means that it's equally likely, and you love that they literally equally matches up with equally. It's a great test-taking skill there. If you see words like that, it's going to be the same. We're on fire! So I guess we're that baseball team that won. How about we land on the yellow section of the spinner? This is very much a kind of a gambling scenario. Yeah, you could land on the yellow spinner, and please give me the $5. And if you land on that spinner, hey, I'll double it to 10. But the odds, they're not half. They're much less than half. So in the long run, me being this hypothetical casino, I'm going to get a lot more money than I'm giving out, which is why casinos are profitable. Because it's unlikely. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely. It's only a 1 out of 8 scenario or a 12.5% chance. All right. How about landing on green? Well, I don't know how the color looks on your screen, but for me it's very obvious that none of these are green. You got 2 red, 1 yellow, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue. So it's impossible. You could spin this as many times as you want. You're never going to get green because there are 0 green. And with each of these problems, try pausing, then try guessing, or, not guessing hopefully, but try putting your best answer, then don't hit check yet. Press play on your video, and you can check it on the video before you check it on the assignment. All right, blue or red? Well, blue or red is like the inverse yellow spin we had earlier. It's every other spot but that yellow one. So it is likely. Very likely. Which is why, again, if we were at a casino, you could maybe make a bet for blue or red, but I would give you just a tiny bit more than you're betting. Like, say if you're betting $10, I'll give you $11. Because then I know that when you go bankrupt and I get all your money, in the end, I'm still coming out ahead. Whew, casinos are so smart, but they're so dangerous. Watch yourself. All right. You will roll a 3 on a regular 6-sided number cube. So number cube, remember, is a fancy math word for die. 6-sided die with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 1 3 on a 6-sided die. Therefore, it's the same thing we had with the yellow spinner space, where there's just one. Instead of 8, there's 6, but that's still just a 16.67% chance. It is unlikely that you roll a 3 if I gave you one chance. It's possible, but not likely. But if you do, hey, you win, like it said. There is a 23 out of 23 chance that Emily will choose a green eraser from a bag of erasers. Wow, Emily really likes green erasers. What a random question. 23 out of 23, you could see over here. Notice I left up that sales problem from before above it. Equals 1. 1 as a percent is 100%. It is absolutely likely. Oh, no, I closed the wrong one. It's certain. I thought these were in order from least to greatest, and they were on others. But on this one, they're all mixed up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Normally, they're impossible, unlikely, equally likely, and certain. That one, it gave me, for some reason, in sort of a random order. But this is good because you also get problems like this where I have a 0 out of 57 chance, meaning it's impossible. 0 out of anything is impossible. And that's a good reminder that these problems will be similar sometimes, but they won't all be the same. And so you could have gone through and had different problems this whole time, and hopefully the ones that I'm doing by the end of it will give you enough to where you can answer all of them. There is a 1.0 chance of rain. 1.0 is the same as 1, which is the same as 100%, which I'm now going to make sure I see that certain wherever it falls on the continuum. 1.0 is certain. Mathlete extraordinaire. Also, this is like totally like give me assignments toward the end of the year because we are having the ability to redo these, and so you can sort of fumble through it for a while until you get them right. 54% chance of rain. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. You think, oh, it's not exactly 50, so it's not equally likely. Well, it is close to 50. It's much closer to 50 than it is anything else. Certainly 100 or 0. So it's still equally likely, even though it's not perfectly at 50%. And finally, I got the yellow problem again. I wonder if that's true for everyone. Do you get the same problem twice? Put a comment below. We know already it's unlikely. Cool. All right. Well, 1 mistake out of 10 is not bad. And I was able to redo it to get that beautiful 100 as always. There it is. 100%. Always important to see that before I end these videos. As always, I hope this finds you safe, happy, healthy, and well. I miss you all, and it is just so crazy to me that I'm finishing up these videos now. You're going to be watching this in June. You'll notice that I am filming this on April 21st because I have to film so many of these videos a day right now. My wife is 35 weeks pregnant. There's a chance any day now that this baby could be born, and I just have to make sure I eventually get these lessons for you before the baby's born so that I can assure that you'll have this helpful content for the rest of the year. Because once that baby's born, as I've heard, I'm going to be a zombie, delirious Dylan mess, and I'm going to be in love with this baby, but I'm also going to be, it's going to be tough to balance that in teaching. And I'll do what I can, but it's very helpful to have these videos out early. All right. That was the longest end of explanation ever. Much love to you all, especially if you're still somehow listening to this. And have an absolutely wonderful day and week.